Chapter 6, Conditional Logic. If, else, else if. Negation. If, conditional shorthand. All right, guys, let's talk about conditional logic. Okay, so if you're not familiar, if, else, and else if are basically conditional logic operators, and you're going to be using this a lot to really, verify if certain conditions meet. Okay, and so it says here, it says note above use of EQ, equality. Usually in programming, you're going to get an equal statement or a double equals, but in PowerShell, it's a dash EQ. It means equal. Don't ask me why, but that's how they decide to do it. So let's test this one out, right? The first part of the PDF talks about the if statement, right? So let's break it down. It says, first we have to have our variable, and this variable test is going to be equals test. Pretty straightforward. And then we want to say, is this test equal to test? That sounds pretty straightforward. So yes, that should equal. If the condition meets, anything in the bracket here is going to run, right? So anything in this bracket is going to run, okay? So that means that, again, if the condition is true, like anything in the bracket will run, okay? So that means the statement of write host, if condition met, this message will display, okay? So let's run it. So it says if condition met, this message will display. If it didn't meet, then it wouldn't display, right? Simple as that. It's either one or the other. There is no middle. It's either true or false. It's a Boolean condition. You can also do an else statement. So that means that as a sort of a backup, if the condition doesn't meet, you have another sort of bracket that will run. So if it does meet, we'll put that in green. This will run if it meets. If it doesn't meet, then I will put this in red. Okay? So if test, right, this is the one that's being verified. If test is equal to test2, then it will run the green box. And if it doesn't meet, it'll run the red box. Simple as that. Now, if we look at this, it looks like it won't meet the condition, so I'm assuming that this will run. If the condition does not meet, this will display. Perfect. So exactly what I was thinking. Now, there will be times that you may have multiple sort of outcomes that would be executed based off something that happens. So in this scenario, it would be an else if. So remember, else is if the condition doesn't meet, then we just run this. This is like a default. If it doesn't meet, then we will run this, no matter what. Else if is something that you kind of put sort of in the middle of a else and a if. So it would be something where if this condition meets test2, if test equals test2, then this condition met. And else if the test is equal to test, then the else if will run. And so if you run this, it equals this particular command, the if else statement ran. But look at this. If you put 3, nothing will happen because you are expecting else if. That means that if it doesn't match this new backup condition, so like the second condition, 3, then it wouldn't run. You have to have a backup else statement that says host default backup condition statement. Okay, see? Does that make sense? So now I have sort of, if it equals test2, do this. If it equals test3, do this. Else, this is the default. Okay? Negation. So negation is going to be, and I think the PDF kind of did it wrong, and I'll show you why. But, and it might have to be corrected, so anybody that can reach out to the group and correct it, let them know. But it basically says that if not, test equals test2. So let's pretend that we are just looking at this statement. And let's pretend we're ignoring this right here. We're ignoring it. Okay. So test, which is this variable, equals test2. Is that a true condition? No, right? So because it's not a true condition, technically this if statement shouldn't run. But then you're adding a not to it, meaning if this is not true, then it is actually a true statement. Okay? Because you're kind of negating what is happening inside. But like I said, in the PDF, it doesn't work because nothing happens. So if you put this in parentheses and you actually run it like this, then it works. Because you're negating this statement. Now, if it does equal, now let's think about it again. This equals. And because it is equal, that's a true statement. But I want it to be not true. I'm negating this statement. So then it doesn't work. So there will be situations where you want to negate a statement. Or you can put not equals over here. So it's just pretty flexible. Just know that it's available to you. But yeah, it might get confusing. So just I'm trying to explain it as best as I can. All right. This is, again, test equals test. And we want to pay attention to the first part. We don't want to look at the negation yet. Test equals test2. So test equals test2. And is that true? No. But we're negating it with this exclamation mark. Now we're saying, I want it basically not to be true. So if this parameter that is true, I want to negate it so that now it's a true statement and it'll run. All right, test equals test. So again, like I said up here, you can do not equals. So I kind of skipped ahead, but test is not equal to test2. This is what you would test. I actually like this better. I prefer this better. I don't ever use this, but just know it's available. There may be times where you have to use it that way, because sometimes what you're trying to verify here is something different, and it's not a sort of something that doesn't have a not equal. So, I mean, there are just going to be certain times when you might have to do this. So just know that it's available. Negation. So if you want to use the shorthand, you can make use of conditional logic with the following shorthand. Only the string false will evaluate to true. All right, so let's look at this. Boolean is equal to false. String is equal to false. Empty string is equal to empty string, right? Pretty straightforward. So let's look at this. Boolean, if Boolean, then it'll run, right? So you're expecting the statement to be true. So before you were writing this whole string, you don't actually have to write that. You can actually just write if the variable has something inside it, then that's true. But because we wrote that Boolean is false, it wouldn't run. So see, right, it says false, and the statement didn't run. If Boolean was equal to true, then it would run. Okay? And it's not, Boolean is just a word. If you're thinking Boolean is just, a certain, it's special, it's not. It's just, if anything is equal to false, it wouldn't run. Okay? All right, so let's look at the next one. Again, these are just shorthands, right? You don't have to do it this way because it does, you know, every now and then you just want to kind of just make it very short. So you could just put the variable there. If string has a content, so, if it has a length greater than 0, then it'll return true, okay? So right here, let me run this real quick, and then we run the statement, and it comes out false. Let me see, string equals test. Yeah, that's interesting. String equals false. String equals false. Yeah, it runs. Okay. It might be something with the notebook. Yeah, but if string has a value greater than 1, so it's a variable, it's not strictly null or Boolean false, so it's not one of those. If the string length is greater than 0. So yeah, it's greater than 0. False is just a word. This is not, string is not this one. That's Boolean. If you put false, that's not a Boolean expression, because if you take a look here, if I put dot length, it's a length of greater than 0. Okay? Empty string. So if it's empty string, meaning that the length is not greater than 0, let me write it. Let me put it as well. So the length is 0, right? Empty string equals 0, and yeah, it equals 0. Let me verify. See? All right, and this does not run because the condition is null. So this is just a null statement, and if null, right, holes checking nulls will not print the statement, right? If not null, then it would print, because you're saying, again, this is null, right? This is already false, but then you're negating it with this exclamation mark. So then you says, if not null, I want you to print the statement. All right. So that is it for chapter 6, and we covered kind of the conditional logic. Thanks, everyone.